Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Fallout New Vegas. Now, it's been a while since I last played, so I'm gonna have to kind of remind myself. I think what we were doing was we were going to the Silver Rush in Freeside for evidence against the Van Graffs in the companion quest
Water's
of
scarce,
who.
but between things like this and Lake Mead, ain't too bad in the West as in other places.
Notice how she's just kind of walking in circles. Alright, so I guess that is what I am doing, and I'm just going to start by turning off all the lights in my room so I can see the screen a little bit easier. Okay, local map. We know Nick and Ralph's is there, and weirdly the quest, it's saying I need to go here. So there's just got to be something like, well, it seems to me like, yeah, we have to go all the way here. Alright. So I think what we're doing is we're going from one part of Freeside into another part of Freeside. It does seem weird that you are just getting attacked by thugs in Freeside. That is a unique twist, something you wouldn't really expect. And then it is kind of nice, I will say, that you can just find small outfits that increase your medicine or you increase your science on random enemies. Of course, the random enemies inside of Freeside look too much like locals, and they aren't echoed by having random enemies outside of Freeside. So it almost feels like you're supposed to keep a significant amount of your time playing inside of Freeside, and that really just doesn't make a lot of sense. It's just not really believable. Let's see, I guess maybe that was West Side. And now we're in Freeside. Okay. So we haven't been to the Silver Rush. We did get a quest from the Kings. What I want to do...
where the booze is cheaper, the table's more friendly, and the women are just like the booze.
Let's see if we can say anything special to this lady. Nope.
You're almost there already.
So what I want to do is probably get somewhat distracted to start with by just checking out the Atomic Wrangler. But I also want to do all the Silver Rush quests before I decide to lose my relationship completely with them and potentially not get any side quests. Have we been in this place before? I don't think so, but it does look exactly like the place we had been already. Let me talk to this guy.
You again. What do you want now? Yeah, whatever.
So we had been here before.
Hate to say it, but business has improved since the troopers started coming through Freeside to get to Vegas.
I don't think we've talked to the Francine Garrett yet, though.
We've got liquor, chems, and whores aplenty. Pick your fix and we'll oblige. Our only rule is no sampling the merchandise. Caps paid in advance. If you'd like to do a bit of gambling, we have an exchange at the back of the casino on the left. I have some work I need handled. Back before we instituted the caps up front rule, we used to allow customers tabs. Well, needless to say, a few customers snuck out without paying their bills. We need someone to collect. The job would pay a percentage.
Let's go with this response.
I'd prefer you not kill anyone with a debt. It's a bit difficult to collect on a corpse. Just get the caps from them. After that, I couldn't care less what happens to those deadbeats. Great. There are 3 people who need to be tracked down. A real mixed basket of fruits. Their names are Grex, Santiago, and Lady Jane. Grex is a bit cracked, but mostly harmless. Just don't mention anything about his lazy eye. He owes 138 caps and should still be around Freeside.
We should do the barter one. Or the speech one. Our speech one is probably higher.
Alright, 50-50 it is. But you better bring back all of the caps. If we hear you crossed us, the next bounty hunter will be coming for you.
So we'll get some XP
Jane
just
fancies
doing
herself
dialogue
a high
things.
roller, but she's just another dirtbag NCR prospector. I'm not sure where to find her. I hear she's run goods for the followers of the apocalypse in the past, but other locals might know more. She owes us 250 caps.
I could just pay all of these immediately.
Santiago is a suave son of a bitch, but a total pansy when it comes to fisticuffs. He owes 212 caps and should be around Freeside as well. Anything else you need? Yep.
Now, in this game, I don't know if you get anything. So this is the place we've already been. If I was to hire a little sex worker, let's put it nicely, I just don't see what you would actually get in this game for that. Even if it gave me like 1 XP and did, say, some HP damage, at least that would be something, but I suspect it's not going to do anything, and that it is just a pointless joke of a system. We should probably engage with it, but then if I engage with it, then it might not be YouTube family friendly. Also,
welcome to the Silver Rush, New Vegas' best source of laser and plasma weapons. I'm afraid I'm going to have to search you before letting you in. The only weapons allowed on the premises are the ones we're selling. It should only take a moment. There, I've stored all of your weapons. You're clear to enter. When you leave, I'll hand them all back to you.
so they're going out of their way to make sure.
Mr. Soren, please get to the point. The second half of your payment is late, and I want to know why.
Miss Van Graff, my associates and I have decided
Staying
that
low.
we wish to renegotiate the terms of our deal.
Might I ask for what reason? The shipment was delivered. The guns were tested before leaving this facility.
We lost our
Regardless, we
subtitle
feel that
here.
the quality of the weapons is below expectation and hope to adjust the price accordingly.
Ah, I think I understand what the issue here is. Excuse me for a moment, would you? Do it. Never break faith with the Van Graffs, Mr. Soren. I expect you'll have the rest of our payment ready tomorrow morning.
Was that a person there?
Okay, everyone. Show's over. Back to work.
I didn't look over there. I was looking at him here because I thought he was gonna get shot. Okay. So it does pose a more difficult challenge to kill everybody if you've got several people with laser rifles in a room and you have like no weapons yourself. That does raise a question. And is this a case where they have creepy eyes and they are encasing human beings into plaster? Maybe. That would certainly explain maybe what's going on, is that these plaster characters are actually human beings.
Evening.
This looks like this is some kind of weapon exchange, and then there's just a lot of fencing. Then there's slot machines that seems like you can't use. put our fist down. So, this ash pile, I think, was a human being, but it may have just been a statue. No, the creepy eyes are not here.
Hey, get the fuck away from me. The last man who bothered me volunteered to help test our weapons.
Okay, so as far as investigating them, I don't know how you're going to investigate them much. We're gonna just have to talk to the lady first.
Welcome to the Silver Rush, where only top-of-the-line energy weapons can be found.
Odd haircut
What
choice.
can I do for you? Not at all. There are chief competitors in this region and many others. That makes them our enemies. While I respect their business acumen, I'm obligated to try to destroy them however I can. That's business, after all. Yes, it is. My brother and I run this particular branch, but our family has operations all over, particularly in California. This place is certainly lively, that's for sure. Did you want to know
Exhaust all the
something
dialogue
specific about
here, but
the
a lot of this is
rulers of
unimportant
Freeside.
things,
The kings are a bunch of boys who
or just
refuse to grow
information
up,
you'd
and
get
this is their
in
playground.
any other case.
Their leader seems different, though. The few times I've dealt with him, I've been impressed, despite myself. Unfortunately, he rarely acts. The kings believe that everyone in Freeside can do whatever they want, provided they can back it up with force. Which suits us just fine. When we first arrived in Freeside, the kings protested when we kicked out the original occupant of this establishment. When we reduced several of their members to glowing puddles of goo, their objections vanished. Since then, we've left each other alone. I don't really have much to do with them. They seem to have an aversion to weapons technology, and those who possess a great deal of it. Their loss, really. Well, you probably noticed the Atomic Wrangler across the street. That's pretty much the place to go around here. They make it a little loud around here at night, but the business their proximity brings more than makes up for it. Other than them, you're better off skipping Freeside entirely and just heading to the Strip.
So the game is pushing
Suits
you to
me.
go to the
What did you
strip.
have in mind?
We've got some more questions to exhaust.
Look around, and you'll notice two things. First, we don't lack for security. I'm not worried about anyone breaking in here or stealing our goods. Not that we don't occasionally have attempts, but even those prove useful. Do you know how much target dummies cost? Back to my point. The second thing you'll notice is that we do not sell cheap merchandise. Everything here is second to none. People who buy Van Graff goods typically don't care where they have to go to get them.
See.
Oh, there's not much to tell. I was born into a big family and don't get along with my parents. So here I am, as far away from them as possible.
See, Mr. House, the Legion, the NCR, every single faction
You must
of
not
major
know a lot
import.
about my family, or you wouldn't have asked that. The Van Graffs and the NCR have been enemies for decades. They've tried to block our expansion for years, but we've managed to grow regardless. The problem is, they have too. The NCR is huge now. We're talking on a scale that's difficult to imagine. Time was, we could fight them and hold our own. Not so anymore. My family has enough men and guns to field a small army, but the NCR can field a really, really big army. Fighting them is out of the question now. I've only heard rumors, since this is the furthest east our operations go, but the rumors are pretty scary. They're said to be a huge slaver nation, with all the soldiers obeying their lord with unquestioning obedience. Sounds like a man I'd like to meet. Very little, same as everyone else. We attempted to deal with him when we first moved into the area, but had no luck. He must have his own weapons supplies to keep as many laser-armed robots operational as he does. Makes me wonder where they are.
So let's look for work.
It just so happens a position opened up recently. We currently need another body to guard the entrance outside. Think you can handle that? Wonderful. I already have a man outside who can show you the ropes and get you set up. His name is Simon. He's been with the family for years, so listen to what he says and follow his instructions.
So that feels like that's just like a side quest. And this is not the brother. So now we are moving to this side quest. So I'm wondering...
Glory's the one you want to talk to about working for us. I just handle the details.
Rest of these are just labeled as thugs. Okay.
Welcome to the Sylv. Ah, crap. Don't tell me you're my new guard. You can always tell a rookie. You look too eager. Get
Now
the
you're
job
gonna
a few
hear the
hours,
sound
and shine will
effect
come
of
right off.
every single
We'll be covering
item.
the other side of the door there. Take your position while I get your stuff out. Good. Look around and get a feel for where customers and risks can enter and exit the area. I get your gear ready.
So I wonder here if something weird is gonna happen.
Okay, now let's get you geared up. First, your armor. Standard issue is your run-of-the-mill combat armor, with a nice dark coat of paint for both brand recognition and sheer intimidation value. Next, your weapon. Guards are required to use rifles. Anything lighter compromises your combat effectiveness. Anything heavier and people are too scared to come in the door. What's your preference, laser or plasma?
What's the difference?
Lasers have a high rate of fire, but not a lot of stopping power. Plasma, on the other hand, is slow as a mule, but with a kick to match. So, what'll it be?
Let's go with laser.
Good choice. I prefer laser-based weapons myself, but the boss lady says she wants at least one guard using a plasma rifle. Says the lightning bits draw in more people. Whatever. Now that you're equipped, a quick word on the job at hand. In a nutshell, we're here to keep the riffraff away. Drunks, punks, and capless vermin are to be turned away. Potential customers are to be permitted normal entrance. That is, after we pat them down for weapons. An unarmed man is a lot less likely to try to steal something with several armed guards around. Don't start any fights. I don't care if some jet junkie just assaulted your mother. We're here to promote violence elsewhere, not start it here. Lastly, don't abandon your post. We're getting paid to stand next to this door, not talk to someone down the street or head to the casino. That goes double for any thoughts of splitting with that gear. Every now and then, some young punk thinks he can run off with Van Graff property. Trust me, the rifle and armor are nice, but they're not worth your life. Other than that, relax. Who knows? You might attract a high roller from the Wrangler over there and never have to pull a gig like this again.
Okay, so we are now in the armor. And it seems like we literally are just gonna guard here.
You got some hours left before your shift ends. Here comes a winner. I'll let you handle this one.
Where? Okay. So, this is a very odd video game quest to just stand here and act as a guard. It's very NPC.
Hi there. Is this where I can pick up a laser gun?
So he's a drunk. Were we letting drunks in?
Fine, I'm going. I'll take my business elsewhere.
More like he's going to the Wrangler for another drink. You watch.
So, yeah, this very much feels like a role-playing game that you might experience.
You're on.
You might engage with from tabletop perspective and a dungeon master perspective, but in actual video game language and experience, this feels incredibly weird to just stand here. Now, somebody's supposed to be coming. They must be coming from
Hi. I was
a different direction.
in the area and thought I'd stop by to look at your weapons. Can I go in? Fine by me.
He's clean. See? Not so hard, is it? Heads up. Looks like we got another customer.
Yeah, very strange. Like, one assumes this goes somewhere, and this isn't just some stupid side quest job you can do to earn a small amount of XP or gold.
Howdy. I just done broke the bank over at the Wrangler there and thought I might peruse your fine wares. Maybe lighten my purse a little? Now hold on here. I'm not packing any heat. Ain't my word good enough for you? I suppose it's
There
all right.
we have a speech check,
There's no other choice.
so we at least get a little bit of XP
See,
there.
told you so.
Looks like that guy's headed this way. Don't screw it up.
What guy? Somebody like way over there. It would make a lot more sense if the game was zooming in even like that. I have thought what you could do here is you could just like wait, and then you would have automatically finished the quest.
Hey, looking for something to replace my old revolver. Mind if I head in? That's not really necessary, is it? I already told you I got this here revolver, right? Damn, I knew this wasn't gonna work.
Stop. What in the hell do you suppose that was about? Help me clean this up. No one's gonna want to shop here with the corpse out front.
And then what? It just flashed.
Crap. This I do not need today. Keep your head straight. Things are about to get interesting.
Pacer. So the body just disappeared and it just flashed for some reason. I don't know why. Why not just finish your game and animate them so that they're...
Simon, how's it hanging? Looks like you've got a little helper today.
What can I say? Business has been good lately. Can afford to help.
Good to hear, buddy. Was the boss lady in?
You know she is. Why don't you go in and say hi?
Nah, I got some rounds to run. But do pass along that I'm always thinking of her. Actually, I got a better idea. Make the new hire tell her. You'll do that for me, won't you? That's a good dog. Well, I'm out of here. Later, Simon.
Way to keep your head, rookie. Let's hope for you yet. It's just about closing time. Let's go see the boss about getting paid. Oh, I'm gonna need the rifle and armor back. Boss's orders.
Okay, that's an odd little side quest. Let's just see how much that gets me paid.
Simon's been telling me how it went. Let's do a quick recap. You kept away the undesirables, patted down the rest for weapons, and kept your cool. That is to say, you performed as instructed. Simon was impressed, and so am I. So you get a small bonus with your normal pay. Unfortunately, I found someone else with a little more experience, and he'll take over the position starting tomorrow. However, another task has come up that I could use some help
Yeah, I
with.
definitely wouldn't want to do
Assuming
that
you're still
twice. And
interested in
300
making some money.
caps is a decent amount of caps, but not a huge amount.
There's a deal that we've been working on for a while now, and the buyer would like a sample of our weapons. I need you to run a package out to a discrete location that the client has chosen. Sound good? Good. Here's the package. I'll mark the location on your map. The buyer said they'd be in town for quite a while, so there's no rush. That said, try not to dawdle. This client could mean big money for us, which naturally means big money for you.
Okay. So let's first of all equip a gun, which, hey, I'm now in here full of guns, so I could just slaughter them all if I wanted to. They didn't shoot me as soon as I left. So where is the package supposed to go? Over here. So let's just go ahead and fast travel and save ourselves some time. And let's remove the marker, so we only have one triangle to chase after. This was here. Here is a Van de Graaff thug next to one of the caravans that was shot. There still feels like there's a bit of a disconnect between, say, the Great Khans as a faction and the NCR and the Legion as a faction. And I would kind of assume that there is just like no enclave presence at all in this game.
Are you the Van Graaff's emissary?
Let's see. Let's just go.
Do you have what we requested?
Let's see. It's right here.
Huh. Then our business is concluded. Tell your superiors that we will contact them shortly.
I guess I was supposed to just deliver it?
Hello?
And nothing more. Now, one thing I'm realizing I don't like about Freeside is the fact that you can't fast travel inside of Freeside, even though I'd really like to. So it's like every time we walk in here, one thug is going to attack us. It seems like it's a generically scripted experience. There is definitely going to be an issue here in that you're never going to 100% be certain that you've done everything with the Van de Graaffs. So
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
that is, at some point I am just going to have to assume I've done everything and move on to finding evidence against them.
Hungry? Thirsty? Horny? The Atomic Wrangler has you covered.
I feel like that one of the problems with Fable also is that there's just too many different things you can do. Fallout is a little bit better than Fable, I think, in that it kind of directs you into the running and gunning gameplay style more often.
Welcome back. Did you have news for me, or are you just here?
Let's see.
And don't leave me in suspense. Good. Good. Oh, Jean-Baptiste was talking about a matter earlier that he needs help with. I volunteered you. See him for the details.
I also would
Welcome
like
back.
to
Did you have news?
see what's on sale.
Of course.
It is worth at least checking. Let's see if there's anything I absolutely would need. I don't think there really is, though. Honestly, it would make more sense for me to sell bullets for electric weapons to them, energy cells, but it's not like you're getting a better price at this location.
Ah, just the person I was looking for. Your name came up in a discussion we had recently. My sister is very impressed with you so far, but I'm not. I don't think
So
you
he
have
is
what
the
it takes to
brother.
work for this family. Luckily for you, I'm going to give you a chance to prove me wrong. What do you say? Want to make some real money?
Absolutely, but first I am going to pause the recording and take a little break, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So we were accepting a new job.
All right then. If we're going to work together, there's only one thing you need to know about me. I like things simple. Recently, Glory negotiated a deal between us and a big-time player. We're talking more caps than you've probably seen in a lifetime. Your part in this is simple. To finalize this deal, I need to tie up a loose end. To do that, there's a girl I need you to find.
Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if there is some way in which the story is going to go, in which we have to decide between John Baptiste or the sister. One's going to die, the other's going to take over control.
Her name is Rose of Sharon Cassidy. That's some fancy shit, right? Don't know what her mother was thinking with a name like that. But this girl and I, we need to have a discussion. Find her, bring her here, so I can talk to her, one-on-one.
We know who she is. It's our companion. Like, she has that rose necklace. This is just coincidence. I didn't know we were going to get to that point. Let's ask this question, I guess.
If your answer isn't yes, I'll bring her here, or no, I won't because Gloria had me pegged wrong, then we're done here.
Okay.
Find her, bring her back here so we can talk. Needless to say, there's some good money in it for you.
You find any evidence yet? I'm not gonna wait forever. Ask him then.
Let's see. So we'll just go ahead and... I'm not going to exhaust all this. Like, a lot of this is just kind of redundant.
Jean-Baptiste. Sounds like someone got knocked out of the good book so hard his name broke. Either that, or it's Canadarian or some such shit. So who is this Baptiste, and what does he want? The only Van Graffs I know are the ones out west. Well, except for Gloria Van Graff, and I don't know her all that well. Nor do I want to. Don't have any objection speaking with him. Though if he's with the Van Graffs, he should know I'm not looking to buy weapons. Alright then.
So we have to have that conversation. Can we now just talk to him?
As I live and breathe, Rose of Sharon Cassidy. The late Rose of Sharon Cassidy. Was hoping you were on that caravan I massacred. But Crimson Caravan and Van Graffs won't need to worry about you anymore. Mojave's ours, and we're shutting you down for good.
You'll regret it. Let's go with that quest.
Really? We'll see about that.
Oh yeah, I forgot we have the whole VATS thing. Hey, you know what? I might do better if I had some actual armor on too. While we're at it. It's crazy how kind of overpowered I am with playing on very easy. Seems like all of a sudden they've lost all their bullets. Is it a case that they don't have enough bullets to handle things? Alright, well, let's take a moment. See if anybody else is gonna jump through any doors and try and kill me. Nope, doesn't seem like it. Okay. So I imagine what's gonna happen here is we're gonna get over encumbered very quickly. First guy. That's what I figured. Let's go ahead and see if we got some sunset sarsaparillas to drink to refill our health. We only got down to half health, and honestly I think you could probably just steal everything in this area, and I don't even know who you'd really sell it to. Interesting. Can't search his body. Or at least it's not bringing up an inventory. But she's bringing up an inventory. Let's see. Let's talk to Cass.
If you say you're going to gather evidence, then kill the bitches anyway. At least tell me when you change your mind. Now if you're done fucking around, let's settle accounts the old-fashioned way. Don't matter much how we settle this, as long as it gets settled. Just trim the Van Graff family tree. I think Freeside will breathe a little easier now. Now, on to settle accounts with Alice McLafferty. Putting her down, that would suit me just fine. Can't wait to see the look on her face when I show up. She'll know why. Oh, I'm sure. Killing never felt so good. Could almost... Now that that bitch is in hell, they'll have a shot at her too. Music to my ears.
So... this sucks. It doesn't seem like I can get this guy's gun. And I can't search his inventory. And I could steal all of this guns, which would be a fairly high value. Because you are effectively, at this point, really looting an entire shop. And at that point you also in plasma cutter, 20 weight, no value. What? Let's see, combat armor. So we now have 2 combat armors. We need to lose roughly 70. This one could be repaired though, so is this one better than combat armor? By far it is. So Vault 34 security armor, now giving us even more armor. And then it would be going down the list, I guess, here. Seeing if we can find enough weapons we can repair. I'm like 15 away now. So if I was to just drink all of that, I'm now exactly on the line of being over encumbered. So I assume the quest here would have been to get into this safe. And find evidence. But I doubt we're going to find evidence that... Ooh, that's nice. Letter to Gloria. Don't think we need a tire iron. Let's read the letter to Gloria. So yeah, that seems like that was the evidence. And the rest of the stuff around here, other than this laser pistol, seems like you really can't connect anything. We should hack here very quickly. Generation, resounding. So it's not ing or ion. So it might be technician, it might be ceremonies. I think if I guessed those two though, I would have gotten it either way. And that's all we could have gotten from that. We still have like 62 bobby pins. So yeah, this really is just going to come down to, do I want to lose karma by stealing things in a place where I've killed everybody? And this really highlights how the karma system is really broken. And this floor layout shows how the layout system is really broken. I do think it's always the right move to probably side with a companion, like instead of with somebody like the Van Graffs. Like, best case scenario, I would have gotten in good with them and they would have given me a free bed to sleep in, which is not something I really need. Then you have a lot of gun cases here that feel like they should have guns in them and that you should be able to search them, but not anything. Why does this have 9mm rounds though? Ask that question, since they all use plasma guns. And this is just a dead end, so it's not like you could have snuck up here and then, at least it doesn't seem like you could have snuck up here. Maybe there is some secret passage here that would have let me sneak around. I find it fairly irritating that you don't get any automation when... Now these are searchable, but the others aren't. Weird. But yeah, you just don't get an automatic turnaround of events when you get better at lockpicking, where you would just automatically get lucky and the lock would unlock. This is bad design to have grenade boxes just be used as still cannot search him, so that makes me wonder if there's something special about him. What if we were to try and drag his body into a slightly different position? Nope, there's got to be something special about that. And the only other thing here would be these bathrooms. So unless there was some kind of secret door to the bathrooms, or secret panel to get to the second floor, it totally just does not feel like they fully thought out the design of this shop for any kind of stealth way of playing the games. So the question to ask here is, what was the other? Kill the Van de Graafs and their men. So I suspect what we'll find is that there will be another person that will have to kill Simon once we exit here.
Hey!
Doesn't seem like Freeside's gonna shed any tear. And then the whole Strange Man quest seems like that is done. Yeah. Seems like I finished a quest that was kill the Van Graafs. Maybe. So we need to do this first. Of course we could yeah, this one for the Brotherhood of Steel has been done. What we could do is try and find these guys while we're here. Strip North Gate, Gun Runners, and Far Side East. You know, it would just be easier. Fast travel. Of course, if we are gonna fast travel, we've got to figure out a way to get rid of another 20 pounds. Just go ahead and drop that one. Need to be able to sell more things. And that alone still is not something we're really succeeding at. I guess I could have probably sold a bunch of things to the Van Graafs first, then killed them. You don't get the caps noticeably. Yeah. That is something that I could work on, is getting rid of or doing more trading. I don't even know how you like use this. Okay. So it does seem lucky that there was just kind of a high amount of garbage I picked up when I was taking everything from the enemies. Okay. What this does tell me, though, is I need to take a slight trip to Good Springs. Let's come in here and see what we can sell. Just how much we can sell to Chet.
You looking to buy some supplies? Can do.
Okay. C4, a plastic explosive, yes. Dynamite, yes. Grenade, light rifles and laser rifles, probably yes. Plasma pistols, plasma rifles. That looks like that's new. Tri-beam laser rifle. It's not something I really want to keep, so we'll sell that. Then that and that. Dirty water. Healing powder. Jalapeno. Agave fruit. So I've picked up actually quite a lot of random items. I can sell stim packs also, if necessary. And then miscellaneous stuff. Do we have anything miscellaneous worth selling? Death claw hands. It seems like this just increases damage, period. Unless you have to equip that to some kind of weapon, and we just don't have that kind of weapon yet, which is possible. From that, would I want to upgrade a shovel and buy a shovel? No. Would I want to buy leather armor? No. Would I want to buy any food he has? We can buy stim packs, and that's probably our best bet. Then any other miscellaneous stuff probably doesn't matter, and any bullets probably don't matter. So let's send back 1 stim pack, 2 stim packs, 3 stim packs, 4 stim packs. There. That puts us almost exactly where we want to be.
Another satisfied customer. Take it easy now.
So let's just make sure we also
Let's deal.
didn't have a bunch of items in her inventory, which we do. Do we have a bunch of items in his inventory? Yes, we do. Right. we will take the fact that we aren't over encumbered at this moment, run back to our temporary location that is the closest thing we've had a house. Mr. House probably giving us a house once we actually get into the strip. What it feels like should have happened is that you should have been forced into the full path of
Let's distribute the weight.
Of the you should have just been given a house the first time you get into the New Vegas Strip, and I think that would have probably been something that should have been increased and expanded to the idea of I should have just taken everything there from it. It should expand to the idea that you should also have really only one more linear story going on. So what I've done here is weapons, apparel, and aid and miscellaneous should not all be in the duffel bag. It should be just weapons. So what we will do, I think, is put anything that seems like it might be a weapon in here. A major amount of this should be sold, but we aren't really finding places to sell things. You wish you could fix this in such a way that you would be able to repair and upgrade weapons. But just doesn't seem like that really is the case. So what I want to do is start by taking things back out now. This weapon doesn't do enough damage. This weapon doesn't do enough damage. Don't have any missiles for that one. Probably could do something with the brush gun. There's like 6,000 caps worth of C4 plastic explosives alone, so I could hold on to those. Only 650 as far as dynamite. I think the heavy incinerator would be something I could use if I wanted to use it. Over, say, the incinerator, which I think heavy incinerator can be upgraded. Over incinerator, knives can be upgraded, laser can be upgraded. If I could upgrade the carbine, that would be nice. And if I could upgrade this multi-plas rifle, that'd be nice. See if multi-plas rifle can be upgraded with a plasma rifle. I could get this riot shotgun upgraded. So I just want to see if I have anything else that says carbine. And this is way too much Menu hero. Because all of that is just to go here to this menu to then see what we can upgrade. These are not even worth keeping around, the 357s in value. Some of these guns are worth it, some of these guns not so much. Hunting rifle. Knife. And this is really just the kind of OCD gameplay one can have where this one, like, you could try to have a very high level, very high quality weapon, and in the end you're just doing it for fairly silly reasons. So I'll keep like one high quality of that, and then the damage per second on the submachine gun might be high if I had enough bullets for it. I think we want to keep at least one C4. Heavy incinerator is 101 damage per second. Even the laser weapons are not really doing enough damage. Marksman carbine, I think, is a weapon to probably keep, though. So I need to start having general concepts of what weapons would I want, and what weapons are now just at such a low level of quality that it doesn't make sense to keep them around. Of course, that's gonna inherently just mean if I was gonna try and sell things, it is gonna come from selling it's gonna come from going around in circles trying to sell items. Okay. We might be in a better position here where I have less duplicates on outfits. A lot of these outfits are just like nothing. They're faction-based items. So one of these sunglasses. Well, these are two different types of sunglasses according to the icons on the left. And the next one is just aid. So anything with any weight or even anything that I could just get rid of to keep my inventory cleaner would be appreciated. but I would definitely prefer to have spent the last 5 minutes shooting enemies instead of scrolling down a long list. This is kind of the best example of stupid things. There's not a single thing here other than maybe Nuka-Colas of any real value or that really should be in the game at all. It's just all time wasting stuff. But you do get a slight benefit by bottling things like this in this way, like making it so that you're not having to sort everything into just one infinite container. This feels somewhat like a Minecraft treasure chest where you'd sort things into your different chests. I don't see any reason why you'd ever get rid of ammunition. Right. Yep. I guess this is still our best weapon. And this is still our best armor. We could drop a ranger hat, but I don't really have a reason for it. So we're down to 103. So we did accomplish something there, but boy, does that just put a speed bump on the whole experience. We're gonna kind of jump around here. Let's see if we can maybe talk to people.
Welcome, sir or ma'am. I am.
See, I wouldn't sell the combat armor. I'll sell a ranger hat, even though it has no value. I wouldn't sell too much in the way of stim packs even. Could probably sell about half of them. Then you could sell like pre-war money, but there might be a different system there. Some of these weapons probably could lead to more damage if I was to try and change the types of bullets I'm using. And we're never going to actually use these BBs. Thought I would get more money. Oh well. I don't know what I'm even spending money for though. That's the other part of this is unless we're gonna finally feel comfortable to start getting the gunrunner's arsenal weapons. I just don't think you'd ever pick up any of these weapons.
Come back.
Okay. Meanwhile.
Don't do this right now. Not even slowing it down.
walking in here. Had them immediately attack me. Give me 50 XP. That's not what I intended to do. I intended to talk to somebody. But I guess we're causing a bloody fight here. See, that just feels weird that you can change the events and then all of a sudden it's just a bloodbath. I think the one we're looking for is inside the building. And they were the aggressors there. But we snuck in and turned them into the aggressors. Seriously, don't even need to shoot a bullet yourself. Feel like this was the guy we were gonna collect the debt from, so maybe there was a move there where we were supposed to. These doors don't even open. Maybe we were supposed to just pickpocketed him. Maybe that was the move. I'm sure I could grab things, but short of Nuka-Colas, none of it's going to be any valuable. Maybe the upstairs. Nope, there's nothing upstairs. These are all empty Sunset Sarsaparilla bottles. It's taken hours and hours, but we have gotten to a point now where the game is allowing you to play as a scumbag more. Somehow I'm becoming over encumbered again. It's because they all are wearing combat armor. Can I wear a combat helmet instead of the beret and take less defense? Yes, I can. Is this two desks on top of each other? If it is, they're both empty. Could pick up scrap metal, we could pick up wonder glue, we could pick up conductors. There is a crafting bench behind us. If there was something we could craft. What I was hoping when I snuck through this area is that I would end up with more crafting items. Interesting, a locked locker with nothing in it. And it's weird that everything here is stealable, or technically not stealing. we snuck in here. And we got all this info. Okay. So the thought here, as far as just we can overcharge to start with, and that'll be more stuff we could sell. But everything else we'd see. Okay, our science apparently is high enough to make auto-injecting stim packs with sensor modules only. We could probably do that. We would need kind of a lot of everything else. Random things. Trying to look here and see if there's anything in this room that would actually let me craft anything. A lot of this crafting stuff is really simplistic. It's just recycling or overcharging items. If we had leather belts and muck fruit, we could make super stim packs. But the actual combination of items here is oddly, it's an odd combination. Okay. So a sensor module would be the only object I would be looking for. Then I could probably break down weapons. But if I was to, say, break down a rocket, I don't think that does anything for us. If we had scrap metal, we could make nails. What do you make with nails? 50 milligram primers. We can make an incendiary. Break scrap metal down to lead. We do have the repair skills to do that now. We had pistol powder. We can make 9mm, but I'd want to make 10mm bullets if anything. Should also need pistol powder. So if we were to do, say, that much, then we could craft that much scrap metal. We'll pick up energy cells falling through the floor, plasma pistol. Right, so we're looking for scrap metal. We're looking for a sensor module. I feel like that's the only thing you could possibly use.
Holding my breath.
I guess I just don't have any of that. Break down nails. Or lead. Yeah, I really don't get it. And now we've destroyed his relationship, I imagine, with the gun runners. Maybe the robot won't care too much.
Welcome, sir or madam. I am ready.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like they actually care too much. Let's see, if I was to sell one combat armor for 5,000, that's way too much to sell. Are nails worth selling, or is there something you can do more with nails? Yeah, there's more things in the inventory I would need to work with.
Come back and see us again soon.
So as far as that quest is concerned, we didn't kill that one person. We did here seemingly kill Isaac. He must have just been running away. And so that's just another... it's another person that's just another whole faction, really, that's just dead forever. So we would hope there wasn't going to be any major quest elements. The fact that they didn't say that I failed any quest elements. There was an area like this in Fallout 3 with more verticality and more of a destroyed environment. Some of that would make more sense, but it does feel kind of out of place because you just don't run into it very often, where the move is to come up the stairs of fairly bombed out buildings, and this is basically the exact same layout as the one in Fallout 3. Just working your way around to what is, I guess, a sniper's nest. That's how I would describe it. You can jump out the window and you won't take any real fall damage. So this was the guy we were supposed to be talking to.
Bastards. How are you today? Santiago is fabulous.
Jason Garrett is looking for a suave escort. Interested. Yo, Garrett's a bunch of caps.
Santiago does not owe anyone. Santiago is a free side VIP. Sir, Santiago does not know what he has done to offend, but he can explain everything.
Let's go with speech.
I didn't think she was upset enough to have me killed. Here are the capsule. I do the Santiago act to get out of paying for services every once in a while. I didn't think it could possibly get me killed.
So that gives me 50 XP, and because this quest can't be turned in, I'm just going to keep those caps.
I am honored they would consider me. I'll start immediately. Bye.
Oh wait, no, this guy owes money to the other casino place, not the Van Graffs. This guy is leading me into a trap.
Check it out, between the dumpsters there. Nah, just some idiot that wandered down the wrong alley. Sound familiar?
And then... Oh. You're just in time for your accident.
So that thug lured me into an alley, which did him no good. Now I'm not going to pick up scrap metal just for no reason. Seems like thugs have been taking on each other, shooting each other quite a bit. That is the kind of small storytelling that I like to see in Fallout games, I guess, where it's not a big experience. I feel like some of these bodies definitely should just despawn. Seems kind of crazy that we're not losing any karma either, killing people, although we're pretty much only killing people who are shooting at me first. So I guess maybe you just get a free pass. I think that also just kind of highlights how the karma system itself doesn't make enough sense. And it just never would make enough sense. Grex.
Hey man, can you spare a few caps? Whoa, yeah. I guess the Garrett sent you after me? Look, I've got the caps right here. Just don't hurt me. Okay, here. That's everything I've got except the clothes on my back. I'm sorry about this. Anything. Take it. Just don't kill me, man.
Yeah. They said don't mention the eye.
I won't. Thanks for not killing me.
Imagine you would just have punched you. If you would mention the eye. So he took the clothes off of his back. And then, let's see. Strip North Gate, we'll just fast travel there since it seems like that's easier. And then we'll go talk to this guy, I guess. Here's Lady Jane. Here's old Ben.
Hello. Lovely to meet you. In that case, I suppose you're here to collect. I apologize, but I simply do not have enough caps on me to cover the debt. If someone were to recover my caravan from that cave, I could easily pay in full. But who would bother with such a mess?
Let's see. Perception 7. Lady Jane, I can tell you're lying through your teeth. Barter 40. Let's go with perception.
Damn. I didn't want to hand over all of my caps because I won't have enough to get home to California. Here, take it all. I'll find my way home one way or another.
Howdy.
Don't think we have anything to say to old Ben.
I'm retired, but life has been a bit dull without some kind of action. What's the job? Ah, I get you. So you think because of my past escort work, I'd be interested in that kind of thing. I got out of that work because it just made me feel empty inside. What makes you think I would ever go back to that degradation?
Let's go with our speech check. We're talking somebody into being an escort.
You know what? You're
prostitute.
Right. I looked at the
more
whole thing from the
realistically.
wrong angle. I suppose I could be a loving muse to some, while simply relieve stress and tension in others. Thanks for that insight. Tell Garrett I'd be happy to start at the Wrangler immediately. This should be a nice change of pace from retirement.
Okay. So, on the quests, we're jumping around here. But I know there was a couple more. This one. Recruit a real ghoul cowboy, recruit a sex box. But we don't know how to do any of those. So, instead, I think we will just walk and turn in some of these quests to clear them off our inventory. Then we'll get back to doing our companion's quest and finishing Crimson Caravan off. Let's see. Just kind of not enough in the layout. I definitely feel like you could have squeezed Freeside down into being twice as big and save the player some time when walking back and forth. I would assume that Silver Rush is just in the same situation as it was before. It's not going to get refilled with enemies. We're not going to be able to steal things. Still cannot search the inventory of that character, which that seems weird. See what we can turn in at the Atomic Wrangler.
Welcome to the Atomic Wrangler. What can I get you?
Let's see.
I don't care how you handled those lumps of human refuse, but you got the job done. We need you to hunt down another person. That son of a bitch McCaffrey stole a ton of caps and ran off to Vegas. I guess the fact that we farmed out his usual work to you pissed him off. No one steals from the Garrett twins. If you can kill that bastard and bring back as much as you can, you'll be paid very well. See the king. I'm sure he could work something out to get you in. You'll need to prove your worth his time, but it'll be well worth it.
So this is pushing me to do the
Just
King's
stop on back when
quest.
he's dead and you'll be rewarded handsomely. Bring his hat as proof of the kill.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to just see.
Since you're new, I'll lay out the rules for you. The prostitutes here aren't slaves. They decide who they service. You best make a good first impression if you want what they have to offer. Rooms are just a few caps a night. Your choice of company is extra, assuming anyone's taken a liking to you. Later.
Hello again. I've done a...
So we've already exhausted all the dialogue. So it seems to me like you actually can't wine and dine any of the companions. Maybe you can later, but at the moment it doesn't seem like Old Ben is interested in me.
Welcome back. What can I get you? And who would that be? That honey-mouthed son of a bitch? Fine. At least left to shut up occasionally. Those pretty lips of his are gonna see more traffic than a Brahmin trail in low summer.
It's kind of funny that you have twins here, and then you have brother and sisters running the other casino, or the Van Graff's fighting. Van Graff's gun shop.
Welcome back. What can I get you?
Let's see.
Caps.
She's got nothing I'm interested in.
Just up the steps, last room on the left. If you leave the Wrangler, we'll assume you're checking out. Till next time.
So up the steps. To the left.
Oh.
Is, I guess, this room. But sleeping would be considered wrong in this room. Sleeping in this bed seems wrong. Sleeping in this bed seems morally wrong. This bed says my bed. Okay. So let's talk to old Ben.
Hello again.
That fiend leader shouldn't have messed with our great army.
Evening.
Our great army.
So it seems to me like you really can't hire any of the prostitutes, and there really is only one. Alright, so let's sleep for an hour just to see if that does anything other than refill our health. Did we turn in the quest that we were... Oh, nope. We didn't talk to this guy, I guess.
Welcome back. What can I get you? Sure.
So, alcohol.
The best place to start would be with
Mick and Ralph's. I guess would be the next thing to investigate. Mick and Ralph's. Mick and Ralph's is not here. So it tames... Wait, I guess we'll just have to finish this quest later. This quest later. We could go talk to the Brotherhood of Steel, but it's not necessary. We'll turn that in as a quest later. This is the quest we want to turn in first. So, fast travel to the Crimson Caravan. These quests are not really leading to a lot of other things as much as I would like them to, and I definitely wish you would just get locked into specific quests first and have to finish them.
Welcome back. Good. I'm sure you were thorough. Here's your payment for a job well done.
So that finishes pressing matters. And that seems like there's nothing more we can do here with her.
All right. Most merchant. All right. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Kind of the perfect place to end here. I do think the risk perhaps is just a little too high to start bumping things like this up above 80 when it's still probably worth it to just bring that up to 80 and then What were we going to bring up otherwise? Melee weapons, no. Survival, up to 50 maybe. Unarmed, no. I think we really are between, do we want to do explosives, which we would never really get a good experience with, but or do we want to do energy weapons? Which it seems to me like it makes more sense to do energy weapons. So I think that's where we're gonna go. And then as long as we still have intensive training, we will do intensive training. Now, going up in agility would increase our sneak. We don't need that, so we'll do that later. It's definitely more, I think, intelligent to go with luck upgrade. Alright. And so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. And then we may, in the next episode, just immediately kill her. But that's going to be it for this one. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and keep on watching. Thanks.